Hi guys, welcome back to the Force 9's YouTube channel and welcome to a brand new series. This is called From the Ashes and it is a save with Parma Calcio in Serie D. This is not available in the main game. This is a custom database. The link is down in the description. Big thanks to the guys that made this database for providing it. There were loads out there and I've gone with this one. Also down there you'll find links to all the face packs and logos and flags and license fix, all from Sort It Out SI. They're all from here as well. I installed all the new face packs and everything, so they're all updated, as is the name fix. So this is the Serie D, and you've got the Coppa Italia, and it's all there. It's all license fixes are done. Hopefully that means I've got the German national team as well, but we'll see that when we come to it. So here's Parma. As far as my database goes, you can see the stuff on the screen that I've done. I've got a large database. I've only loaded Italy down to the Eccellenza League, which is the 5th tier of Italy. And as far as players loaded, you can see that I've got most of the players from like continental reputation and national reputation from all the continents. I've also gone with all players from Italy, so all Italian national players and all players based in Italy. And furthermore, I've also got Scandinavian players loaded. The reason being that apparently there are some loads of bargains in Scandinavia. So I'm going to try and pick out some gems amongst all those. So here is Parma. If you want to know a bit about them, so they started off in 1913. It's in their name now. Parma Calcio 1913 is their official name. So they've been around for a fair while. They sort of floated around the sort of the lower leagues for a while, the Serie C, Serie D time. Didn't get up to the Serie A for the first time until 1990. But then that period, 10 years, between about 92 and 2002, they won a lot. And they did really, really well. I think they won 8 pieces of silverware in 10 years. And that's 3 Coppa Italias. They won a Super Coppa, which is their community shield in Italy. They won a UEFA Cup, a Super League, and a Cup Winners' Cup. And they won something else as well. But yeah, they were massively successful in the 90s and in the first part of the 21st century. But then all sorts of stuff happened. They've been bankrupt a number of times. They went into administration after their parent club had a scandal. So there's been a lot of ups and downs in Parma. Even more so recently, last year, I believe it was March last year, they went out of existence completely. They couldn't pay their players and, you know, they had to call games off. They were allowed to finish the league. They finished bottom, but because of, you know, the outstanding debts, which were, I think, over £280 million, something like that, they couldn't continue. So Parma were refounded this year, and they are starting again in Serie D as a whole rule of it in Italy that you can start from Serie D. And here we are. So that is why we are taking care of Parma. Essentially, we're dealing with a Phoenix club here, hence the title From the Ashes, as this club has been reborn from the ashes of its predecessor. So here it is. So let's get into it then. Don't want this to be too long a video. So Force 9 takes charge at Parma. Actually, I'll show you my manager very quickly. Here he is. As far as my coaching badges, I have a Continental A license. I went with what was suitable for the club. So I've got a Continental A license as my badge. And I'm a professional footballer at a regional level. So our reputation isn't great. As far as our attributes go, as you can see, coaching-wise, I've gone very balanced. I moved the bar once over to tracksuit because, you know, we're not going to have a great deal of staff down in Serie D. So I thought, you know, I need to be really hands-on with the coaching. So I've gone very balanced with that, and I've gone 1 towards the tracksuit manager. As far as my mentors go, adaptability is down at 1. That's because this is going to be a 1-team save. I don't intend on going to any other clubs. And I've also knocked down player knowledge and youngster knowledge because hopefully we'll have scouts to deal with that. And then everything else is at 11s or 12s because determination is making sure that we can get our way with the board, try and get funds and stuff like that. We don't have any funds at the moment, really. Discipline and management is about our players. You know, if our discipline's high, they won't always come to us with issues about first-team football alike. I find that happens a lot this year. Not as much as last year, though. And then man management and motivating is all about team talks, how you're dealt with in a training and with individual discussions as well. So I think that's important. So that's why I've done that. As you can see, I've got a lot of knowledge in England, as I'm English. I've also put my languages as Italian and the 2 languages that I speak, which is Spanish and French, fluently as well. So we've got a little bit of knowledge in Italy. For some reason, Zatterin and Benzani have a worst opinion of us. Not really sure why. We're literally just started in the job. So that's it, really. As far as our contract goes, we've got 1 year, 2.6 grand a week. We have a couple of clauses there, but that's not really important. First season, I want to get promotion at the first time of asking. Parma has still got a lot of money down there. They've got a big fan base. I believe they sold 9,000 season tickets for this for this current season, which completely blew the record away from Serie D. So you know, they've still got their stadium, so they can still fill their stadium even though they are down in Serie D and are essentially a new club. But they've taken over. So let's go through the personal message from Nevio Scala, the former manager of Parma, now the president of Parma. They had some brilliant players in the past. You know, they've had the likes of Crespo. Of course, Buffon came from Parma before he went to Juve. Also, guys like Gilardino, I think, played for Parma. And then, you know, got guys like Adrian Mutu played for them. And there's been loads of names in the past. And now we're taking charge. So let's attend this meeting then. Welcome to Crociati, their nickname, which I think means the crosses, because they have a cross on their badge and also on their kit. They don't have the blue and yellow striped kit in this, I don't think. I think they've got like a black cross on white. Something like that. So yeah, I've told you a bit about the history, but we will get that because it always helps. And we don't want any philosophers. Not at this lower stage. We don't really need any. We will meet the journalists because I don't want to be sacked because of our handling of the media. That has happened before. Not to me, but I've seen it happen. So yeah, so transfers update. So we have 4 players here on loan. We've got Agrifoli on loan from Empoli. He is a left back. He doesn't look too bad. His passing and tackling are okay. He's a fairly brave player. His work rate's good, so he doesn't look terrible. Lots of players in this squad currently aren't all that, but they've got fantastic potential. This guy is one of them, 19 years old, from Empoli. If he plays well, then we can look at snapping him up, but we can't really spend a lot of money at the moment, so we're going to be very limited. Messina from Atalanta is a centre-back. Put him as limited defender. His heading and tackling are good. His marking not so hot. Good positioning, great work rate and teamwork. He's aggressive, so he looks okay. I say that marking is a bit of an issue. I think I'll have to get him sorted out on that if we are going to use him. Sereni is from Sassuolo. He's an advanced playmaker. He's okay. His first touch is good. Technique and work rate, decent flair. Physicals aren't too bad, so that's not too bad with Sereni. And then Molinaro from Chievo. He doesn't look all that. He's a attacking midfielder also. He's a cam. But a lot of those key attributes, he hasn't, apart from free kicks, he hasn't got a technical attribute over 10. Which even for this standard is not great. So I probably won't be using him very much. Injuries update. We have a clean bill of health, so that's fine. New subscriptions I will delete as they come, and there's the background. So there's the stuff they've won. They won 1 Cup Winners' Cup, 2 UEFA Cups, 1 Super Cup, 3 Coppa Italias, 1 Super Coppa, and then you've got the lower leagues that they've won there as well. So facilities are okay. Their youth facilities are average, but they've got great training facilities. It's superb, it says. So that's always nice. So looking at the club menu then, as you can see, insecure finances. They've got a good reputation and they're semi-pro status. Serie D is the highest non-professional league in Italy. Insecure finances, so we won't have a lot of money to play with. It's going to be very much free transfers and loans in this first season and for the first part of the series. So if we have a look at our finances, yeah, not looking too hot really. It's all there. We do have a bit of transfer budget. We have £107,000 available, but I don't really want to use that. And our wage budget, we've got £475 a week. So what I would probably do in this early stage is get rid of that transfer budget almost completely. We'll leave about 40, 50 grand in there. Do that. So that gives us a bit of money. And I do want to have, you know, a bit of a safety net in case things do go a bit pear-shaped. So that's that. I've done the meeting, so let's continue and move on to the next day. We'll have a meeting with our first team coach. We'll meet what backroom staff we do have. I won't be playing any games today. I'll be doing some friendlies off screen because I want to get my business done very, very early. I'll go through some transfers next episode and we'll jump straight into our first game of the league. So, competition expectations review. So we are expected to get promoted at the first time of asking. Coppa Italia isn't important, but we will do what we can in there. I'll unsubscribe from these. I've got Barcelona, Liverpool and Charlton set on these because they are teams that I follow. Liverpool are my team. So yeah, apparently someone's after one of our youngsters. We'll have a look at the squad very shortly. So let's attend the meeting with our assistant manager, Bruno Ridolfi. Yep, send me a squad review. I know it was an integral friendly. I didn't mean to do that. Oh well, I'll have to do that. Okay, that's all dealt with. So here's the team report. Best player is Alessandro Lucarelli, 37, but still one of the best players in this league. He can still do a job in the top leagues, to be honest, but 37. We're going to keep him around because he is a cult hero at the club, and he stayed behind at the club after what's happened. So big respect to him for that, and he's going to stay around until he retires just because of his status in the club. So let's meet the backroom staff then. Let's see what they have to say. Got a few guys to scout. It's alright scouting these guys, but we can't really buy them, so we might have to loan them. We'll do all this. Apparently formations. So I'll look at this next time. I'll have a basic formation sorted out. But I'm thinking of going with a 3 at the back. A 3-5-2 would be a good idea. Either that or go with kind of a 4-5-1 with a sort of a front 3, so a striker, and you've got a left winger, a right winger, and a cam. But I will have a look into the whole tactic next time, and I'll be sort of tinkering with it off screen. So we've got some good youth prospects here. I'll look at those in a minute. Right, I think we're ready to look at the squad. Okay, so these reports that we got, Natalia, here's a freebie, so he would be quite good, and he looks okay for a right back. And then we've got a centre back in Cesare Natalia, who's 36, old, but again he looks good for this sort of position. And then Bianco again as a centre back. Looks okay, but he's 37. There's a lot of old guys here, but we do need a bit of age down here. It doesn't really matter about how old they are. You want players in the 30s. You need experienced heads at this level. Okay, let's have a look at the squad then. So I've gone ahead and we're looking at reports. So we've got 2 goalkeepers here who don't look too bad. They're very young goalkeepers though, so I might have to bring in an experienced goalkeeper on loan, like in his 30s. So you have a look at him. Left backs, again, you know, a lot of these people are young, but they've got great potential. If we actually have a look at sort it by age, as you can see, we have a lot of aging people here, like Lucarelli, a fair few guys in their 30s. And, you know, we don't have a lot of people that are sort of in their prime, like in their high 20s. We've got a few. Karapi looks like a fantastic winger. So I'll have a look at him shortly. And Barai is a foreign player who looks pretty good on the left. So it looks like we've got 2 wingers, which are pretty good. And then down here, you've got all the youngsters. But, you know, as far as potential goes, we've got some of the best. I mean, sort of apart from these last players here who don't look good enough for this level, we're looking pretty good. So that's all right. So let's have a look at some of these best players then. So Lucarelli, I've already spoken about. He's the captain and he's a cult hero. And he looks great. So as a central defender, his marking and heading and tackling, which are key, are very good. He's got good aggression. He's got a strong player as well. His fitness is going to be decreasing because he's 37. But he looks okay, so that's all right. Who else have we got? So Karapi, the right winger, 29. So he's at a perfect age as well. On wing support, he's got good dribbling. His crossing isn't too bad. His passing's good. Very balanced mentally. That looks really nice to see. And physically as well, very well-rounded. So he looks really good, Karapi, and he'll definitely be a starter in this squad. A key player, very much so. Yves Barai is a foreign player. He is from Senegal. He's very versatile, which is hugely important. So if you play him as a inside forward on the left. Dribbling is good again. Fair bit of pace as well, which is alright to see. So on that left, that's important. Technique at 13 and 12 are good for this level as well. So Barai looks like a good starter on the left wing. As a cam, we've got Juan Antonio here, 27-year-old Argentine. If we put him maybe as an advanced playmaker, what's he like? Technique of 14, decent flair, decent first touch, good from range as well, so his shooting's pretty good. That's not too bad. What else have we got here? Central midfield, Miglietta? Nice hair, man. 34 years old. Deep line playmaker. Good tackling, so he could be a good deep line playmaker. Could even be a register, but if we trade him up for it, I'd like using registers in a defensive midfield position. Looks pretty good for that. I mean, his first touch and passing and technique are good. Good teamwork. So he looks alright, Miglietta. At 34, but yeah, he looks alright. As far as defence goes, it doesn't look like we have a lot of options. We've got Lucarelli, but apart from that, we don't have a lot to work with. So if we're looking at squad depth and go by position, so if we'll go for a 3 at the back formation, there's not a lot of options there. I mean, you've got Messina and Agrifoli, 2 loanees who have got great potential, but at the moment they can't really do a lot. In goal, again, we've got good potential, but I think I do want to get like someone in their 30s there. Right back is a massive issue. What about wing back? We have no wing backs. So we definitely need to buy some right backs because we literally don't have any. On the left, I think we're okay. We'll have to deal with that as it comes. Don't think I'll be using a defensive midfielder. Central midfield, we've got Barai, we've got Migleta. They look pretty good, but Barai will play on the left. So I think we've got two good midfielders there. Migleta and Rodriguez can probably do the job there. On the right, Karapi. On the left, we've got Barai. Karapi can also play there. So I think we've got a pretty solid first 11 apart from right back and maybe another centre back and another goalkeeper. Juan Antonio can play as a cam, that's fine. And then going forward at the front, I think we're very good in terms of strikers. Melandri, Guazzo and Massetti, the top three. Let's look at Massetti. His star rating doesn't look all that, but as a poacher, he looks okay, you know, sort of, at least they're over 10. That's okay. So he looks okay. His finishing first touch is 12. He's okay off the ball. What's his vision like? His vision's 10. So, yeah. It looks okay. So he will definitely start some games, but and get some games. But, you know, it doesn't look too bad here. Things are pretty bright for the future, but some work does need to be done. So in terms of signings, definitely a goalkeeper. I think I'll need 2 right backs and another centre back. So I think attacking midfield, I think we're okay. We might need some backup. But as far as the first team goes, we're okay. I think we just need a few defenders and another goalkeeper, and we're set for at least for the first part of the season. So that's it. That's going to do it for this video. I'm not going to go any further than that. Got some friendlies to play off screen. Who is our first league game against? We're against Delta Rovigo. I don't speak Italian well. I speak very basic Italian. I'm talking numbers, foods, and a few other things like ecco. So yeah, if I do mess up any pronunciations or anything like that, please do correct me. Okay, so that's going to do it for this video. Next time I will do the very first league game, as I said, against Delta Rovigo. If you enjoyed the video, then leave a like, leave any comments you want to make down below. If you want to see my videos as and when they turn up on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. And as I said, links in the description to this database, to face packs, logos, license fix, all that stuff from Sorted It Out SI. Go and check it out if you want to start something up similar to this. And I'm looking forward to this. This is going to be by far my longest save on the channel. I'm talking over 100 episodes for this, but we'll see how we do. But I want to see how long I can go with the save and how long it takes to get to Serie A and to win it as well. Because that's one thing that Parma never did. They never finished runner-up. They never won it. They were only ever a runner-up, and that was in '97, I think it was. So let's try and get them to the top of Serie A. It might take a long time. It might take, 10 years, 15 years, maybe even 20. I hope not 20. That would be a disaster. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I hope you are too, guys. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.